Hey everybody, this is Brendan with Business for Chummies. Today we're going to take a quick look at how to customize your ribbon bar at the top here in Excel and get those buttons that are buried deep down in some menu somewhere right up front where you can use them and they're readily available. So two of the buttons that I like to use that are kind of buried in the menus are the subscript and superscript buttons for showing things like exponents. And then another button is a formatting button that I use very often because I review a lot of documents, is the strike through button. So let's just take a look at the first one here. So let's say I want to write out the chemical formula H2O. Now, in order for me to get the 2 into a fancy kind of superscript or subscript um, format, I need to highlight the 2, go into the expanded font menu, and choose superscript, and then hit OK. And now you can see my 2 kind of floats above my letters there. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to move that to a subscript. So I've got to go back into the expanded font menu. I've got to uncheck superscript and then check subscript and hit OK again. So that looks pretty good. The next thing I want to be able to do is to kind of indicate that I made an edit in a document. Unlike Microsoft Word, Excel does not have track changes. So if you want to, if you're reviewing a document, you want to let someone know of a recommended edit, you kind of have to do the self-formatting yourself. So let's say there was an original statement here of the brown fox jumps in the box. Let's say I wanted to edit this and say, no, it's not the brown fox, it's the red fox. So normally, if this was track changes in Microsoft Word and I had it on, I could just delete this brown. It would still display it and put a strike through there. But in Excel, that option doesn't happen. So I need to manually format this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the word brown in red. I'm going to expand my font menu, and then I'm going to hit the strike through font feature. And that lets the user know that in my edit, I said, hey, I wanted to replace the word brown with red. Now that's nice. Those are my 2 uses for those features. But what I want is I want those buttons, the strike through, superscript, and subscript effects to all be on my ribbon here. And so I'm going to customize my ribbon in order to get those buttons, to make those buttons available. So let's start over here with our plain text. And let's go anywhere on the ribbon. I'm going to right-click the ribbon and choose Customize the Ribbon. This gives us our Excel options automatically highlighting the custom ribbon area here. On the left is a list of all of the commands that are available in Excel. And in the right is displaying my current tab structure that goes across the top here. So you can see from the home all the way to the help menu, I have the tab structure that's across the top. Also, as a nice side note, this is where you would turn that developer tab on, which isn't on by default if you needed it. So what I want to do is I want to be able to add those 3 features, the strike through, subscript, and superscript, to my ribbon. So these are popular commands. They're in alphabetical order. You can see that my subscript and superscript options are here, but strike through is not here, not a very popular command. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to show commands that are not currently in the ribbon. So this hides everything that's already in one of the ribbons on one of the tabs and only displays to me options that are not currently being displayed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to the strike through. We have it here. And then I'm going to choose the tab and group that I want to add it to. So let's say I wanted to add it to the Home tab and I wanted to add it into the font group. I would click Add, but what Excel is going to do is going to tell me this is a custom command and you can't add it to the standard groups. These groups are standard, they can't be added or removed from, and so what we need to do is create a custom group that's going to display over here on the right side with our custom buttons. So down below our tab structure here, I'm going to click New Group. I'm going to choose the Home tab first because I want that group to show up on the Home tab. I'll click New Group. I'll highlight my group. I'll click Rename, and then I'll choose My New Buttons. I'll hit OK. So now I have a custom group here. You can see it's custom because it has the word custom in parens after the group name. And now what I'll do is I'll go back to the command side. I'll highlight the command I want to add to my group, and I'll click Add. I'll do the same for Subscript and Superscript, and then I'll hit OK. And now you can see my new buttons at the top here. So let's try that again. I'm going to highlight H2O, just the two, and I can toggle back and forth between my superscript and subscript. No need to be navigating back and forth into the font menu, checking and unchecking. Next, if I wanted to do my editing, I simply highlight the word brown, hit strike through, and I'm done. This is nice because we can now customize the ribbon with as many buttons and features and commands as we want. Obviously, if you get too far, the ribbon can get really messy. So what I actually like to do is create my own tab specific for my customizations. So I'm going to right click, choose Customize the Ribbon again. And rather than just creating a new group, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a whole new tab. So similar to the Home tab, Insert tab, I'm going to create my own custom tab. I'll highlight that tab name, choose Rename, and I'm going to call this Chummies. And what I'm going to do now is my previous group, my new buttons group that includes my 3 commands here, I'm just going to drag this into the Chummies tab. And I'm going to delete this, this empty group that Excel created for me when I created my new tab. I'll just right click and choose Remove. Then I'm going to hit OK. You'll see that my new buttons disappeared off of the Home. The new Chummies tab is available, and my new buttons are available in the group that I created. This is a fun way to actually manage and manipulate the interface and customize the ribbon and use the buttons and features that are most important to you in Excel and put them right up front where you want them and need them. All right, I hope you learned something new, had some fun. We'll see you next time.